Hello, welcome back to another spotlight on Starlin. So here you have Warlock 12. This is the least favorite of my Warlock covers. Maybe because Pip the Troll is a prominent key display on the cover. For the next few issues, including this issue, Steve Laiola is the inker and the colorist, and he did a really good job. I think Starlin would have been a better inker, but to have Steve working with him for these the next three issues, I thought was pretty good. Steve, I'm not very familiar with his work, but as you can see, it's for sure very different from the way Al Milgram or other inkers had done for Jim Starlin. His line is a lot tighter, lighter, or I guess very fine and skinny. In many ways, it's really good. As you can see, certain pictures came out really good. For me, I think I would have preferred a little bit heavier line, but for the most part, I do think the end result came out really good. Look at that beautiful drawing. Beautiful full page drawing like that. Okay, so that's issue 12, and here's 13. I love the cover for 13. Look at that. So much details on the drawing. as you can see, issues after issues, Starlin's writing is so very wordy, verbose. He put a lot of effort into writing and drawing. Thus, I think this run between the Strange Tales and these issues of Warlock are my favorite as far as all of his work. Unfortunately, I gave away most of my Dreadstar stuff, if not all of it. Otherwise, I would do a video to focus on his later work when he did Dreadstar. And Dreadstar was the Dreadstar run that he did with Epic was no doubt my first exposure to Jim Starlin. And his style certainly evolved like many artists over time. So the work that you see in Dreadstar is different from what you see here on the page of Warlock. It's just great details. Starlin drawing and Steve Loyola inking is really fine. The lines are really tight and fine. Such great cosmic drawing. I mean, the best part about all these books is that much of what's happening in each page take place in space, and I think Jim Starlin does a wonderful job drawing the blackness, the stars. Just look at this. I love his action dynamic, the way he posed the body. This is one of my favorite panels of this book where Warlock got a kick in the butt. How often you see that kind of action angle, right? Not very. I think that's the only time I have ever seen a superhero get kicked in the butt that way. Just look at this. There's so much going on this big panel. Can't go home again. Just look at that. That is such an awesome full page drawing. Here's issue 14. Pretty nice cover. I just love this blue. It's very rare to see comic book that are produced in this kind of blue. I'm not sure what you call it, aqua blue. Definitely one of the rarer color you see on the cover, and I make it stand out so much. Look at this awesome splash page. Jim Starlin is one of those authors that you can't rush through a page because he puts so much work and details into each panel that, you just, for me at least, I can't help but stare at each panel and study every little thing that he put in there and fully appreciate the efforts that he put in. Look at that. That's almost like a Jill Kane action pose right there. Very reminiscent of, Gil Kane with the falling back and a power punch. And if it indeed does swipe the body angle, there's nothing wrong with that. I think many authors over the years swipe other grades over time. Sometimes I think even not intentionally, when you enjoy and read other people drawing, I'm not surprised that occasionally you do draw certain things that resemble somebody else drawing. That's crazy looking shark. Page after page, panels after panels, you can't say that Jim Starlin cut short on any pages because he put everything in there. It's amazing. And this book did not come out monthly. I believe these were every 2 months. Does it give him the time to write and pencil and occasionally inking also, but this is why he was able to put so much effort into each page and into each book, because it did not came out monthly. Look at this. Beautiful. And that's it for this issues. I definitely need to find out more on why and the event that lead up to the cancellation of this title, because I thought sales was doing really well. Sale was pretty good for these books. Certainly, Starlin get a lot of acclaim from the fans on these books, so it was a surprise to me to see that the title get canceled. Here's issue 15. Beautiful cover. There's not one boring splash page on any of his book. He always start out with a bang. Thanos is back. Look at that. It's easy to see the love affair that Jim Starlin had with Thanos, because so many of the storylines of Thanos, if not all of the storylines that involves Thanos in the 70s, hit the hands of Jim Starlin, involved in one way or another. Often it's both as writers and artists. Just look at this. What a great punch. For these issues, Jim Starlin did ink also, so he did everything for these particular issues. You may have already noticed that the inking, the line is a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier compared to the previous 3 issues. And that's because he did the inking. I just love this drawing right here. The one thing that Jim Starlin changed, evolved as he worked on Dreadstar, is his drawing of the muscle. It's very different, I think, from the way he drew muscle in these issues. That have that Gil Kane kind of feel to it, right? Anytime you see a up the nose drawing, look at that. Here's a way to make, even the simple pose, laying down, very dramatic. I just love it. Beautiful. And that's it. That's the end of the book, the end of the series. And thanks for watching, and until next time.